Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And we have in front of us
Vinicius Junior!
Their first effort on goal. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Mbappe. Modric. Mbappe. That's a corner kick. Madrid with the corner, they're first. Challenge, and the shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Olise, France finding their passes. Now the finish! Oh, taken with style! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Barcola demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And he was quick to react. Mbappe, great ball, and he's in here, and the shot! Goal, France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
France go into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and...
Vinicius Junior! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Mbappe, he's great chance! It's in! Hot knife through butter, they have done it again! It is a good finish, the odds were against him, little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Madrid have their second corner now. Up for a header! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
That pass has been well intercepted. Camavinga. Mbappe, great hit! denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tchouaméni spots it and intercepts. Bellingham carries the ball down the right. Camavinga! Camavinga! Barcola. And he's managed to get free, showing good feet. That's Dembele. And they're back on the ball again. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now it's Dembele.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mbappe. Modric. 5 minutes till the break. Now this could be a chance. He's shifting through the gears here. Bellingham. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. Thuram. Oh, what a ball he's in here!
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's very neat. This might spell danger. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Bellingham. Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. And we've reached half-time.
France are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say, deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
France head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And we are back on the way. Oh, delightful ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Mbappe. Dembele. And the finish! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
France blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Thuram, shot could be on. Can he put it away? No mistake. Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that... Can he finish? It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitation...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. And that could set him on his way. Oh, that's nice. That is Conte. Not the most accurate pass.
This is the time you need that pace. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Great defending, strong and determined. They've got a corner here. France with the corner, they're first. Punched away. France are looking to go forward now. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's been cut out, well played. So, what can they make of this? That's really well manoeuvred. No, that's been intercepted. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
I think Theo Hernandez is one of the most exciting fullbacks in the game. Rarely have I seen a player display all the qualities needed in a complete fullback at such a tender age, and at a time where the role of the fullback is even more crucial. He really is a diamond.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Conte. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a little off target. Nkunku. That's a lovely, neat pass. Keeper's ball.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Thuram. Now it's Thuram. Now the finish! Barcola. Mbappe.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Thuram stood his ground strongly. Olise! Goal! France! Simplicity itself.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Chance! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time.
France clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And France can counter now. Now it's Thuram. Thuram has got himself a free kick. Hernandez. France have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Thuram providing an outlet on that flank. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Nkunku. Conte. Now it's Thuram. Well, that looks a decent ball. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Threads one in. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Thuram. And that is expertly dealt with. Dembele. And he's picked out the run. He is through here. Over it comes, he rises! And he's straight offside.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Quality ball. Played back in. Oh, well played, well played. Tchouaméni. Mbappe is herring. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
France come in at half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Tchouaméni, now he's off and running. And the pass is intercepted. Corner number 2 then. Oh, what a climb! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the lead now is... Oh, he's been caught now! Olise! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
It's going to be another corner, I think. France have their second corner now. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Olise! Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's a sharp pass. Thuram. And here's Mbappe. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Hernandez. That has been knocked clear. Oh, what has happened here? Great hit! Goal! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Conte. That is a brilliant interception.
But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's the chance to counter.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 8. À sa place, le numéro 13.
Conte. France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Hernandez. Oh, that was vital.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Nkunku. Mbappe. Upamecano kept his eye on it, and he's there. Camavinga.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Fofana. And here's Colomwani. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Camavinga. Passes short and sharp.
France certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Nice ball, and he's in here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well timed, excellent interception. Saliba. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Le numéro 10. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 14.
Nkunku was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. 5 minutes to add. Thuram, and here's Mbappe. Fofana. Camavinga.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And can he finish? Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. We have already started here. Distributed tidily. And now the breakaway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And that is as far as they're going to go. Mbappe. That looks a good ball through. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, that was vital. Tchouaméni can get it clear. And here's Thuram. Thuram. He's got the shot away! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, they won't be deterred from trying again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now. Dembele really needed to...
And a shot! Goal! France! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Hernandez. Now it's Mbappe. Thuram. France are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Tchouaméni gets his pass away.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Tchouaméni gets across to intercept that. Mbappe. Thuram.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Koundé gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Dembele. Tchouaméni. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, played right into his path. Out of play for a goal kick. Mbappe. And he's been shifted off it. And back to the goalkeeper.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Now it's Mbappe. Big chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Thuram clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Defending of the desperate variety. Now then, the ball's come loose. There's the hit! They've scored! France are back on level terms.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Olise. Oh, good ball. Olise! Goal! France! And again they hit the front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France get themselves into the lead. Hernandez. Olise. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Saliba pokes it out wide.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Barcola. Tchouaméni has got himself a free kick. Olise. Barcola absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Barcola. And he's lost his man here. And here's Mbappe. Played towards the other side. Barcola. And he was quick to react. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
France come in at half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2-1. And we are back underway. Konate cuts out the pass. That's been cut out, well played. Thuram.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Kante, who's set up one goal so far. Olise. And they can counter here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Chance here to counter. Great ball if he can get there. A lot of space ahead of him. He rises! Really well taken goal. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful. France clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only...
Mbappe! Goal, France! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
France take the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Back into the middle. Thuram being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Now it's Mbappe. Upamecano kept his eye on it, and he's there. Works it forward. Barcola in acres of space out wide. Nkunku. Barcola. Olise. Oh, great chance! Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got to...
Tries a shot! Sticks it away! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, extra time looms now, but that leveller creates great impetus, and they've got to fancy their chances of pinching victory from what looked like the jaws of defeat. France merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Camavinga threads one in. Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Corner number 2 then. And the keeper beats it away. France are looking to go forward now. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that's a key interception. Camavinga tidy with his distribution. And he cuts out the supply. Fofana. Nkunku looking to penetrate opposition lines. Just 5 minutes left.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Dembele. Guendouzi.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Four added minutes on the board. No, he's not getting any further than that. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 22. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 3. Dien.
Conte. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demanderai de déposer vos détritus dans les poubelles situées dans les accès principaux.
Into extra time we go. France displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Thuram, he's had a shot! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Saliba calmly anticipates.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Dembele charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. And it's hit the woodwork and out. Played out to the left flank. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Thuram. Nkunku. Now it's Camavinga. Mbappe. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught on. Now the finish! It's in! They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
This is quite a battle.
Well, there's...
And that's it for the first half of extra time. Yeah, 90 minutes long gone, 15 of an extra 30 have also gone, and the search for a winner is still on. Truly, this is a punishing game on bodies and heads and minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room for one last bit of drama? And we are already back underway. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. He's in a good... Colomwani! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And another try! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now that's well seen too. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch.
Shot a goal! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
France take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Rabiot to a pass, a goal! They've done it! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And that is that. France have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Thuram picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.